Yeah, welcome to 15 minutes on book club. My name is GB. Regularly, I've been bringing you different books, interesting books that we can actually learn from. I've learned a lot from books myself. The other time, I met a guy at the bookstore, and he was packing some of the books, and I was so curious. I asked him, and I said, "Why are you packing these books?" The guy said, "You know what? I want to change the way I talk." And by the time I finished reading all this book, I'm so sure that the way I talk would have changed, and it was actually very true. So today again, I am bringing us a new book written by Brian Tracy. Let me just say something. I love reading Brian Tracy books. I've read a couple of his books, and each time I read his books, in fact, there is a whole lot of knowledge which I glean from them. That is why when I bring Brian Tracy book to you, just know that there is something that I've seen in the book again that I actually want you to learn from. So today we have here, this is Goals by Brian Tracy. How to get everything you want faster, faster than you ever thought possible. I started reading this book towards the end of last year, and believe me, I took down notes because reading it in December was very, intentional and strategic for me. I knew that I was going to need it for the new year. So I read the book and I ensured that everything that I got from the book, I started implementing them in the new year. So I'm just going to quickly go through some of the highlights of the book. And you see, if you have not set your goal for this year, it is still not too late. Some people don't know the reasons why it is important to set goals, and those are some of the things that he mentioned in this book. I'll just quickly go through some of them so you can be gingered to go and get your. It is never too late to get to set goals. You know, my pastor always says something. Say, having no goals is like somebody who is playing football and then there is no goalpost. You know, they can shoot the ball anywhere, right, left, center. Nobody will bother. There will be no success. You understand? Just as if you are playing. But when you have goals, then things can be measured. You can measure your success. You can know what you have achieved. You can know what you still want to achieve. So let me just really go through some of those things in the book. He said that goals help you to unlock your potentials. You mentioned that all successful people are intensely goal oriented. Tell me any successful people that you know. I will tell you that they have their goals written somewhere, which they are also following. He said your ability to set goals is the master key for success. Your ability to set goals for yourself, that this is what I want to achieve between January and February, between January and March, between April and June, between July and December, is the master key of all success. He said clear goals increase your confidence, develop your competence, and gives you motivation. Yes, you are motivated because you have something you are aiming towards, so you are motivated to go ahead to achieve them. He said with goals, it doesn't matter where you are coming from. What matters is where you are going. He said it doesn't matter. That's why I said that it is not too late. If you have not set a goal for this year, it is not too late. You can actually start now. You know, write them down, clear cut goals, what you want to achieve in the year, and then you just find out that as you follow it through, you are making progress. You can even measure your success. That's what it is. They said the greatest discovery in human history is the power of the mind. You remember the book that we once read, The Power of the Subconscious Mind, by Dr. Brown. That book was loaded. I think I've done a video on that too. Very loaded book. You can see mentioning the power of the mind again. It said everything in your life started as a thought or idea in your mind. Everything in your life, in my life, started as a thought in our minds. And then living without clear goals is like driving in a thick fog. You know, I even just used an example of it's like somebody playing a football without a goalpost. He said that having no goals is like driving in a thick fog. You can't see the way. but you just be eating everywhere. In fact, it is hazardous because you can easily have an accident. He said, with a clear decision of what you want in life, you begin to walk towards your goal, and your goals too begin to move towards you. When you have a clear guide of what you want to achieve, you realize that as you walk towards your goal, even the things that you are pursuing, they too, they start moving towards you. What else did he say before? He said, why people don't set goals? Maybe you see yourself here. He said, they feel it's not important. Two, he said, they don't know how. They said, the fear of failure. He said, the fear of rejection. Then he mentioned goals. They now said that goals give you a sense of meaning and direction. You see, the book is actually loaded with a whole lot of things: how to set your goals, how to measure the goals that you have set, how to set them in small measures that you'll be able to monitor them, can be able to measure them, how to set short-term goals, how to set long-term goals. Everything is there in the book, and I will just encourage that you should go and get it. Like I was saying the last time, I said there are some books that must be in your library, so that anytime that you just feel like doing something, you go and pick the book that relates to it. You may have read it before, but going back to it and refreshing and going through some content in the book will help you to make the right decision that you want to make at that time. The book is loaded. It is bulky, it will take time, but just take your time, like one chapter per time, and then try to implement everything that you read there. I love the book. It's one of my best books. In fact, I don't joke with the book. This is the kind of book that I don't give out to me, because the more you set goals, the more success you achieve. That's what I found out. The more you set goals, the more success you achieve. All right, so I'm going to leave you now till another time, but don't always forget that it takes just 15 minutes daily to learn what successful people do. If you can just spend 15 minutes to read daily, of course, you have a whole wealth of knowledge from different people, successful people, what they have done, what have worked for them, what didn't work for them, and how you can learn from them. All right, I'll see you next time. My name again is Chibi. Bye-bye.